Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom, chronicles the remarkable life of Nelson Mandela from his early days in rural South Africa to his emergence as a key figure in the apartheid movement. The film delved into Mandela's personal and political journey, highlighting his role in the African National Congress (ANC) and the subsequent decades-long struggle against the oppressive apartheid regime. The narrative unfolds with Mandela's activities turning to resistance, leading to his arrest, imprisonment, and the globally significant Rivonians trial. The film provides a comprehensive portrayal of Nelson Mandela's resilience, sacrifice, and commitment to justice as he evolved from a young lawyer to an iconic leader fighting for the liberation of his people. As the story progresses, it captures Mandela's transformative 27 years imprisonment on Obehi Island and his eventual release, making a pivotal moment in South African history. The film portrays Mandela's instrumental role in negotiating the end of apartheid, his election as South Africa's first president, and his effort to reconcile a divided nation. Mandela's journey from political prisoner to president sums up the triumph of hope over adversity and the enduring power of forgiveness and reconciliation. The film serves as an inspiring tribute to Mandela's legacy and his tireless pursuit of freedom and equality. Welcome to Learning from the Masters. I am Obehi Ewanfoh, author of the Storytelling Mastery, a 5-part book series that takes you by the hands through the journey of storytelling. This series is dedicated to some of the greatest masters out there who have done their best and have left behind their masterpieces for us to learn from while refining our own skills. To learn more, join our Storytelling Mastery for businesses at academy.aclasses.org/storytelling mastery. You can also pick up any of the 5 books on aclasses.org or any other place you prefer online. Now back to the presentation. Lesson 1. Embracing personal growth and transformation. What is the lesson? Well, one significant instant in the film showcased Nelson Mandela's evolution from a young lawyer to a resilient leader during his imprisonment on Obehi Island. Initially introduced as a charismatic and determined lawyer advocating for anti-apartheid cases, Mandela's journey takes a transformative turn when he is imprisoned for 27 years. 27 years in prison. And during this incarceration, Mandela not only endured the harsh condition but also emerges as a symbol of unwavering resistance and leadership among his fellow inmates. And his ability to lead, inspire, and maintain a sense of purpose in the face of adversity highlights a remarkable evolution. And this solidified Mandela's legacy as a resilient and a visionary leader within the context of the anti-apartheid struggle. This instance underscores the power of personal growth and resilience in the face of immense challenges, because those challenges were really immense. What is the application? Well, develop character that undergoes significant personal growth. Show their transformation over time, allowing your audience to connect with the journey and struggles of the characters. This will add depth and relatability to your audience. Lesson 2. Explore the complexity of characters. Lesson: Mandela's portrayal as a multifaceted individual with strength and flaw play a significant role to the film's success. Rather than presenting Mandela as a flawless hero, the narrative delves into his complexity, revealing both his admirable qualities and human imperfection. The reason this is important is that people want to see other people that look like them, and not necessarily in terms of color or things like that, but in terms of the character, what they stand for, and how they overcome those challenges. So the film showcased Mandela's charisma, strategic brilliance, and unwavering commitment to justice. But it also explored his personal struggle, strained relationship, and moments of self-doubt. This portrayal adds depth and authenticity to the character, emphasizing that even iconic leaders like Nelson Mandela were inherently human. This instance reflects the importance of crafting character with nuances, allowing them to be relatable and compelling by embracing the detail of their personality and experiences. What is the application? Avoid one-dimensional characters. Create protagonists and antagonists with depth, presenting them as nuanced individuals with motivations and complexity. This will help add authenticity to your story and keep your audience engaged. Lesson 3. Use symbolism and metaphor. Lesson: Mandela's symbolic art of planting a garden in prison is particularly important. In the film, you see the emotional instance where Nelson Mandela engages in symbolic art by planting a garden while in prison on Obehi Island. This art serves as a powerful metaphor for Mandela's enduring hope, resilience, and commitment to positive change, even in the face of oppression. Of course, I understand that you see them cracking stones and all of that. It's always challenging for people to stay in confinement, in prison, and with hard labor even. But despite that, you still see a human being making an effort to plant his hope in the ground. And eventually, it will grow. So, despite the harsh condition of imprisonment, Mandela transformed a barren space into a garden, showcasing his determination to cultivate something meaningful and beautiful amidst adversity. This symbolic art became a profound representation of Mandela's belief in the possibility of growth, transformation, and renewal, even within the confines of confinement. This instance highlights the potency of using symbolism and metaphor to convey deeper meaning and emotion within a narrative, urging beginner storytellers to explore creative ways to make their story more powerful through symbolism and metaphor. What should you do? Well, integrate symbolism and metaphor into your narrative. It could be object, action, or something that carries deeper meaning, thereby enriching the story's layer and providing a more profound impact on your audience. That moves us to lesson number 4, which is to convey emotional resonance. And what is the lesson? Well, if you have watched the film, you cannot forget the emotional moment when Mandela was released from prison. The film beautifully captured the profound and historic moment as Mandela walks out of Vita prison, a free man after 27 years of captivity. This scene is emotionally charged, resonating with viewers as Mandela embraced his loved one and stepped into a new era for South Africa. That is a new beginning for a country. The raw emotion expressed by Mandela and those around him reflect not only personal triumph but also the collective victory over apartheid. This instance underscores the impact of conveying powerful emotion in storytelling, urging beginners to explore ways to authentically invoke and depict the emotional highs and lows of their character, ensuring a deeper connection with the audience. What am I saying you should do? Well, infuse your narrative with emotional resonance, whether through dialogue, action, or sometimes situations. They will make your audience feel the emotion your character experiences. And this connection will enhance the impact of your story. Lesson 5. Highlight cultural identity. And what is the lesson? The film effectively depicts South African culture, tradition, and languages through its narrative. The instances include scenes which portray traditional dances, ceremonies, and cultural rituals that are integral to the diverse community within South Africa. The film also incorporates multiple languages spoken in the country, showcasing the linguistic richness of the country. And this portrayed further add authenticity to the storytelling, offering a window into the cultural fabrics of South Africa and emphasizing the importance of representing diverse cultural elements within a narrative. What is the application? Well, for beginner storyteller, these instances encourages the incorporation of cultural identity, ensuring that character, setting, and dialogue reflect the rich cultural diversity of the African diaspora, for example, and contribute to a more immersive and genuine storytelling experiences. Now, if you have read any of the book, or if you are familiar with the 5-part book series, you understand that each of these elements, whether you are talking of character, setting, or dialogue, are exhaustively explained so that you can understand them from the basis to some of the advanced way of incorporating them in your storytelling. And of course, the book is available on aclasses.org or my website, obehi or you can find them online in wherever you want so that you can get a copy for yourself and read. So what should you do? You can do this by showcasing the cultural identity of your character and setting. Bring authenticity to your narrative by incorporating cultural elements, rituals, or languages that reflect the richness of the African diaspora. This adds depth and relatability to your story. You cannot underestimate that. And what is lesson 6? It's about addressing sociopolitical issues. Of course, we are talking of Nelson Mandela and South African situation. That should make sense to you. Now, what is the lesson? Well, political activism is central to the theme, which chronicles Mandela's dedication to dismantling the oppressive apartheid regime in South Africa. It highlights key moments such as his involvement in the African National Congress, ANC, his strategic resistance, and his pivotal role in the anti-apartheid movement. The instance of Mandela's activism depicts his tireless effort from peaceful protests to the more confrontational aspect of the struggle for justice. This portrayal serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of addressing socio-political issues within narrative. And this encourages beginner storytellers to explore themes of activism, resistance, and social justice to engage their audience with compelling and meaningful storytelling. Of course, if you are a member of the African diaspora now, you will understand that these topics are particularly important for us because we have a peculiar experience of injustice that need to be addressed. So you cannot belittle such topics as social activism and cultural awareness in our community. This is also why this storytelling mastery exists, because we want to empower members of the African diaspora community, and of course other people too, to master the art of storytelling, to learn how to own their voice so they can use it to their advantage. Now, what is the application? Engage with socio-political issues relevant to the African diaspora community, whether historic or contemporary. Use your narrative as a platform to address and shed light on issues like racism, discrimination, or social injustice. It doesn't matter whether you are living in countries in Europe or in the United States, whether you are in Canada, you are in Germany, you are in France, you are in Italy, or you are in the United Kingdom. The people of African descent face similar situations all across. So if you know how to use the power of storytelling, you need to use it for yourself and also for the community where you live. If you know how to tell your story now, if you know how to tell it well, then it can become a good instrument for you to be able to enlighten your community and make a better impact. It's essentially about that. So a proper application of these strategies can elevate your storytelling to a higher purpose, inspiring an awareness and bringing change to your community. I really encourage you to do this, and I wish you good luck in your work. To learn more, join our Storytelling Mastery for Businesses at academy.aclasses.org/storytelling.